Hey my friends, it's your friend Kevin. Today is Thursday, the 30th of March 2023, and this is your card of the day. Alright, so we have Angel Wisdom Tarot again by Radley Valentine, images by Dan Craig. So off we go. Great Father in the sky, loving Mother of the earth, angels, ancestors, light workers from all realms, all corners, thank you for being here. It is an honor to be your messenger. I set the intention to know, see, feel, and deliver messages of clarity, messages of inspiration, messages of meaning to all those who wish to hear. So be it, and so shall it be. There we go. I love the sloppy way I grab these cards. Right, pulled one, put this all back. Ooh. The Page of Water. So today's energy, according to this, is about being sensitive, open-hearted. You could feel a little inexperienced. Perhaps you get some moody messages. Maybe it is one of emotional kind. Perhaps you're being somewhat emotional about relationships. It could be a new romantic encounter, a social invitation. But what I love about this card, it does bring a sense of heightened psychic abilities. So in the image, we see a mermaid, which is a magical creature, on the shore with her cup overflowing with emotional, with love, with all the feel-goods that you could possibly get into. And then in the background, right behind her, is this playful dolphin, porpoise, in the ocean. The ocean to me signifies healing, signifies flow, balance, good energy, and the fact that this cup is overflowing, it means that there is a steady flow of the feel-good emotions, the sensitive, open-hearted kind, the compassionate kind, the romantic kind of energy that is about all of us today. We're approaching the last day of March. We have certainly stepped into the new season, if you're in the northern hemisphere, of spring. Those in the southern hemisphere, you're starting to wind down, going into fall, getting ready for your winter. As we up here get ready for our summer. Not sure what else I want to say about the Page of Water, but let's add it to our Archangel Ariel, the number 11, the Strength card. And we can certainly tell that her strength and her courage, with the lion looking towards the future, pulling us into and away from any unsettling emotions that perhaps you may be feeling or coming up on or tangled up in. You know, our thoughts are not who we are. They're just energy, like feelings. They move through the body as clouds move across the sky, as the ocean comes in and goes out. The tide comes in and the tide comes out. The breath goes into the body and the breath goes out of the body. And if you're finding yourself being somewhat sensitive, but more importantly, open-hearted, you know, you could be getting psychic messages about relationships, and not necessarily the romantic kind, although this card really is looking at the feeling of romance within us. But it can also bring about moody type messages. You may find that you're about sensitive emotions, sensitive moods, particularly if you are empathetic and you work with healing energies. Use the power and the affirmations that you've got within you. I am peace. I am love. I am happiness. I am joy. I am enough. And get into the mood or the energy or the power of that nothing is more important than your joy and then your happiness, because ultimately that's what we really wish to come and experience. That's what other people come to experience. And if you are a person who is either serving others in this way, offering hope, offering love, offering positive reinforcement for being in this incredible life where we get to witness incredible happenings. I mean, it doesn't always have to be negative news. Yes, if you're tuned into the nightly news cycle that is going out into the world, I personally believe, and you do not have to believe this yourself, that all news network of the television kind and even the newspaper kind are invested in misery. At least it seems that way. It seems that way. But there is always a report of a disaster, or a report of a problem, or a report of something that is of the less than happy and joyful kind. I'm not saying that we must always experience a life of glitter and rainbows and Disney World type experiences. However, what you put into your beingness, what you put into your mindness, what you allay into your emotional being is your choice. And I'd have to say that the messages I get today for you is to be with your emotions, be with your sensitivities, use the strength and the courage of Archangel Ariel and her pale pink, soft pink light to pull you or encourage you or lift you up and away from any feeling that has you dumping into the sadness or dumping into the not so feel good, and call upon your guardian angels. I think I shared with you a couple of days ago that my 4 anchors feel like they're there. They're in their positions and have not wavered, have not moved since I first encountered them. They don't change their positions. It's a good feeling to be surrounded by these incredible guardian angels and to be able to identify each one. They presented their names to me quite deliberately, and they've not wavered from it. There's more layers I get when I feel them around or bring them around. So you also have, we all have, at least 2 that are with us always. And the others may come and they may go, but call upon them. Give thanks for them being there. Their job is to assist us with all the feeling of goodness, all the feeling that we need to have in our lives. It could be today whether the card of the Page of Air is sometimes seen as the most challenging of the court cards. Now, you can identify with this if you're brilliant, perspective, realistic, logical, truthful, but it's also saying that you might be getting a little too much into the weeds, particularly if you're a little bit like me and can be a bit blunt with some of your delivery. You know, I've been accused sometimes of being rude, but it's unintentional. Be careful that you're not taking charge without the permission that you get. Or perhaps you're asking too many questions of yourself or other people. So, you know, these are emotions that we have. I've always thought, step back a little bit, take a little bit of perspective. You know, you can be both a dream come true and a nightmare for any project. So, yeah. Step forward carefully today, my friends. Use your insight. Get some facts rolling in before you jump forward with all of your, oh my goodness, I'm feeling a certain way, kind of way. I can get caught up in that quite easily, have myself a woo. Yeah, it can, you know, that water in this card here, the cup runneth over with all kinds of emotions and all kinds of reactions. There's a time and a place when you do that. There's a time and a place when you get into that emotional stuff. But today is a bit about those emotions running through you. Just catch yourself when it's going on. Like, if you could imagine, there's two of you inside your one body. There's your higher self, your bigger self, the self that knows you well. And then there's the stuff that comes out of ego, that comes out of action, comes out of reaction. So how do you respond? Which one do you respond? Are you responding from your higher self, your bigger self, your grander self, the self that says, woo, I got to be kind here? Or are you responding from, you know, not such a great place? And do the best to identify, well, where is this coming from? Why am I acting this way? You know, almost as if you got to take your time out for yourself. Listen, I love you. Don't forget, Sunday, 2 o'clock. Here we go. This is what we're going to do. My little plug of the day. Rolling with the Spirit. And then this is how you get a ticket. Go to this email. The wonderful, amazing Amanda Bradley Brown. And then I will see you again tomorrow. Lots of love, lots of joy, lots of happiness. Nothing's more important than that. Bye.